Hi, I'm Dwayne Marino, and we should be on page number 31 of your workbook entitled Sales Champions. And what this is really about is about the proper handling of emails. Now, on page number 31, on the top of it, above my banner, I'd like you to write down, please put under my keyboard. Please put under my keyboard. So what I'd like you to do is when we're done here, either rip page 31 out of your workbook or perhaps photocopy it, but you'll fold this up and put it underneath your keyboard so you have a template of how to respond to the first email that you get from a consumer. So when I say incoming emails, what I'm talking about is ones where people aren't asking for us by name. If you get an email from a friend or a customer or somebody you've been working with that you're trying to sell, it's coming to you personally and you've got some personal dialogue with them. The emails we're discussing here are emails that come directly off of the server to us. Now, to a customer sending it, really, it's exactly like a sales call. Rather than pick up the phone and ask general questions, they decide to type it out on whatever form they've used in the internet or whatever email product they're using on their own computer. And there's some certain etiquette and things that we have to follow. Now, if you'd like to turn the page over to the back, please. You will notice also when you turn that page, on page number 32, there's some homework. We talked about this. We're going to use the information on page 31 here in a moment to stage and set up some homework you need to do on page 32 to make sure we really fully understand how to use this in our own environments back at the dealership. Now, on the top of page number 31 on the back, if you can write kind of small, this is going to take up maybe the top quarter or at the most the top third of this page at the back. I'd like you to write down goals. There are some goals for handling incoming emails. Now, these people we've not yet met. As a matter of fact, a lot of them have not met anybody at the dealership, we hope. So we're going to send back a reply. Now, the first goal is this. We need to get a reply. That's really our first goal. So to get a reply, there's a couple of things we have to remember. We want to do an immediate response. If you've got a system where you can send something out in a few minutes or moments, that'd be great. I realize sometimes these inquiries come in even the middle of the night because people on their computers, 24/7 now. But anyways, you want to do an immediate response. That immediate response that you send out from your computer or your smartphone will be structured in such a way that the customer can tell or the person doing the inquiry can tell that you need more information from them. Because really the next goal is to get a reply. If we don't get a reply, we don't have a lead. Once we get a reply and get them engaged, they're not just a suspect now, they're actually a prospect. So immediate reply, using proper grammatical English in a couple of formats I'll describe here in a second when we come back to the front of page 31, and getting them to reply to us is crucial. Next goal really is to take it to the telephone. So after one or two emails back, ideally, there's many reasons and ways we can get it to the telephone, but we want to take it to the phone and not just do back and forth emails. The reason being, emails back and forth are very impersonal. It's tough to create a connection or develop a lot of credibility strictly by email. But when you take it to the telephone and you've got some voice tone and inflection, there can be no misunderstanding anybody's context or meaning. And really our emotional message is the message, and we want to be able to feel that with the customer when we're on the phone and have them feel us. Because the last goal is to basically book an appointment. Now, there are some times we'll actually sell a car right over the internet, a new or used vehicle. We'll talk about those situations here in a moment. But for, I would say, the bulk of the leads that we're getting being fairly local customers and the inventories at the dealership, there'll be an appointment set up before we sell the car. All right, so you've got your goals very clearly laid out on the back of page 31. The next thing we're going to look at on the front of page 31 is the actual techniques and strategies on how to do a proper reply to drive up our response ratio and turn more of these incoming leads or inquiries into true leads or prospects for ourselves. I'll see you on the next module.